Welcome back to Raw Politics. Now, it's safe to say French President Emmanuel Macron, he's not having a very good day. At 18 months into his term, new approval ratings released today show that his popularity has slipped to its lowest level ever. Confidence for the president started at 57% when he was first elected. Now that's dropped to 26%. No confidence levels began at 38%. And now it's hit a record level of 71%. Right, I'm now joined by Mark Demesmaeker, a Belgian MEP with the European Conservatives and Reformists. Back with us, Darren McCaffrey, our political editor, and Ryan McGuire. Now, let's talk about his popularity. I mean, this is massive. Expectations are really high of Emmanuel Macron. I'll start with you. Is it because he came in expecting to change Europe, like the king, the emperor of Europe? Is this why we have this spectacular fall?
Well, I'm not a specialist in French politics, but from an outsider, I've been watching this with some astonishment. You know, his political movement, which rose out of the nothing, like a mushroom, it grew, but without any political structures behind them. So I was wondering from the beginning, is this a sustainable political project, party? Or is it going to disappear very, very soon? Now, he has created a lot of expectations, a lot of hopes with people. And, of course, between dream and reality, there's a big difference. And that's what people are starting to realize. And, of course, you've had this problem within his cabinet with, heavyweight ministers who were leaving. The circumstances not always very clear to everybody. So, yes, he's been in trouble.
Yeah. Do you think he can recover from this?
Yeah, I think he can. There's definitely a sense of kind of the slight Obama about him. The expectations were so high, he could only really go down. And it is interesting he's having to take a break this week to reassess. But I think there is the potential. Let's look at the economy. We were talking about it earlier on. The one bright spot on today's GDP figures for the Eurozone were France. He has essentially put his political career or that of his presidency on the line of the economy bouncing back. And in order, as he would say, to get through to get to the good times, you go through the difficult times. Many would say that's where France is at the moment. He's given himself 18 months to get the economy on track and booming again. So it is definitely possible. The Emmanuel Macron that got elected 18 months ago is still there.
Sure.
And it is possible that the French people might rediscover that. Not to sound that I'm like a massive fan of it. I'm giving that impression, but I think it is possible that he can get it back.
Yeah, I think this is part of his calculation from the beginning. His team knew if they wanted to achieve anything, they had to do some damage in the first 2 years, and then they had to rebuild with a more populist agenda in the second half of his mandate. Right. He'll not be happy with the figures, that's for sure, but this really was part of the calculation from the start.
Right,
he is still more popular than François Hollande.
Which is great.
Well, yes, indeed, he was.
Just make that
was quite bad.